I really thought about it. I thought about bringing a bag of shit, but I decided to leave it in the car. You know, windows are down a little bit, just so I can breathe. Yeah, I'm in this competition. This is a competition. I'm learning. I don't have any friends, so I didn't bring it. So now my job is to make you guys like me, and that just doesn't seem possible. So I'm just gonna be up here, you know, do little jazz hands. I've got a bucket of Coronas in my car. You guys want to follow back there, maybe? Something like that? Jesus, what the fuck? There's I've got a screw in my pocket. I can offer this screw to whomever wants to write my name down. The first one, Joseph Johnson. It's my name, it's my whole name. My middle name's James, so that's ridiculous. Yeah, how you doing? You look a lot like my dad. He was a Hell's Angel who was shot in the face about a year and a half ago. Is your name John, would you? Alright, I was had to double check. I didn't know him that well. Alright, I'm gonna move on. Do a little prepared material. You know, you're thinking, wow, this guy looks a lot like Harry Potter, who brought a gun to school. You know? Or like he had fetal alcohol syndrome. It's very sad. But no, I didn't. I'm just a guy. A lot of people like used to say a lot of mean things about me, that I look like a school shooter back when I was like in school. They said that about me. Can you believe that? And I was at a party the day, and I was like, Joe, you look like you're an ISIS. You look like you're an ISIS guy. And I gotta say, that's pretty good. I mean, that's better than school shooter, I think. I'm moving up the ladder. Yeah, see, if I had brought the bag, I would have whipped it out just then. No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop. Oh, God, I'm single. Things are going pretty well. Things are going very well. I'm very single. Anyone else date 9 horrible women over the past year and a half? I've been trying. I've been really trying. I've been dating bartenders, servers, hostesses, drummers in bands, kitchen staff. I've really tried to find all types of gals, you know. I don't know. I don't think I can do it. I'm 26. I'm just looking for someone to ruin my early 30s, you know? I want to find me a fighter, you know? I want a lady to sit with me at a bar and just have an argument in front of everybody. I want her to talk shit about me to her friends and to other people. I want like a McDonald's order to be like, this motherfucker wants a Big Mac. Over there. I have an unrelated black eye. You know, I want to start a family so I can have a second family to spend all my time with. That's what I'm looking for. I don't know. I've been thinking about getting into gold digging. Seems like none of you believe in me. I don't know. You're right. I'm not very tall. I'm not that attractive. I'm far too impotent too often. It means your dick doesn't work sometimes. Anybody else, huh? No, you're all just so great. No, it's not like it doesn't work. My dick doesn't meet new people well. It's like a rescue dog, you know? You gotta let it smell you first, give it some sausage from the fridge, you know, and then it'll fuck you. Oh, God, yeah. You're right, I should probably lower my standards a little bit. I'm thinking about going for maybe someone reasonably insured. Drives like a Chevy Cobalt, you know? Works at the post office or at a factory, something like that. Do a little copper digging. More my speed. Yeah, because gold you have to dig out of the ground. But copper, you just dig out of the walls of someone's house. That's more my speed. The only relationship I've had that kind of worked was with a older woman. You know, she had a 17-year-old son. So yeah, that was pretty hard, you know? Yeah, she was like 41. So do the math, you know? It's a lot of... Yeah, the kid was 6'3". And it's really hard to stepdad under those conditions. You know? Try to have a catch, you know, and then he just keeps throwing it over my head. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna, then he gets mad at me. I try to tell him to take out the trash. He tries to kick my ass. And he probably might, you know? Because I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. It sucks being a lover, to be honest. You know? It puts you in a lot of bad situations. You know, like, what happens if I'm sitting there, right? I'm walking down the street, and some guy comes out of an alley with a knife, and he's gonna murder me, or what have you. What do I do in that situation? Only thing I can think about is just blowing the guy. Spend a good 15, 20 minutes sucking this guy's dick, and then, yeah, just to save my family. Just so I can get back to that second family. But you can't do that too many times, and then you got a reputation. And I can't walk to my car without having to suck 3 or 4 penises. Take an hour and a half out of my day. Just because I'm pretty thorough, in case I'm not sure. But I got the light, so I'm just going to spend the next couple of minutes saying please over and over again. You're right, you guys came here with people, they should probably win. But I just want to let you know, I've always wanted a bowling shirt, and I'll fuck anybody in you. Alright, appreciate it. Have a good night.
What's up, Sunday Night Funnies? How we doing? Alright, thank you for coming. Big crowd, I love this. Brian texted me, he's like, hey, it's Silly Shirt Sunday, so make sure you wear something silly. You know, I got my French fry shirt on, make sure you wear that toucan drinking a beer shirt. I was like, fuck, you know it, dude, that thing's ironed and ready to rip. Alright, anyway, whatever. So I was at the Shell gas station the other day, and I saw a lemur. Yeah, you know those raccoon monkeys from Madagascar? Yeah. Looking in this car and I'm like, that is a weird ass cat, you know? And then the owner came out and I was like, this your lemur? She goes, yeah, you want to pet him? I'm like, what the fuck? What's happening? Am I high right now? You know? She gets him out. Dude's wearing jean shorts and a diaper. He's on a leash. Yeah, she's like, you want to pet him? And I like pet him with the confidence of like, I'm petting this African mammal that could totally bite me and give me some weird disease. But I was like, yeah, sure, he's probably nice, you know? Anyway, yeah, his name was Zeke. Yeah, cool guy. But I was like, why do you have a lemur? You know? I've only seen those at the zoo in the movie Madagascar, you know? And she goes, well, I'm from Texas. So yeah, that makes sense, you know? Lemurs, are they from Texas? I don't know, like, that'd be like me bringing my pet walrus down to Florida and they're like, why the fuck do you have a walrus? And I'm like, I'm from Michigan, you know? Everybody got a pet walrus up there. Yeah, so anyway, Zeke was cool. Got to meet one of my idols, you know. You remember Zaboomafoo? Yeah, it's his grandson. No. Flower season is upon us. Anyone planting flowers? Oh yeah, we love flowers. Ladies especially, probably. Dudes too, who cares? We like good landscaping. Flowers got really nice names usually, you know? You've got pansies and impatiens, chrysanthemums, really delicate names. But my favorite flower is black-eyed Susan. Yeah. It sounds less like a flower to me and more like a bartender from Sparta, you know? You better pay your bar tab when black-eyed Susan's working. Fucking hey. You don't know what happens. Yeah, black-eyed Susan. Good lady. So I'm 50% Uber. We got any Ubers here? Perfect. No, 50% Uber. My mom's from way up in the Keweenaw Peninsula, and I've been going up there my whole life. My family's still up there, and It's an interesting place, you know. If you haven't been to the UP, people ask me, what's it like? And I usually say, it's like Alabama and Canada at the same time, you know? Everyone looks like they're having a yard sale. Probably not, you know. It's not prices on anything anyway. It's one of the only places I've seen a Confederate flag and a snowmobile. Go figure that one out, yeah. Yeah, the guy driving it's like, the South will rise again, eh? And I'm like, dude, you're basically Canadian. What are you doing? Anyway, it's a good place. I went to a bar up there one time, true story. I went to a bar and the food menu was, you know, typical bar food, fried everything, you know? Fried mushrooms, french fries, onion rings, fried pickles, freaking fried Twinkies, you know? They get crazy. Anyway, if you didn't want fried stuff though, they had pizzas available. But they didn't just have pizzas. They had DiGiorno pizzas. And it said DiGiorno pizzas on the menu. They weren't even hiding it. They're like, hell yeah, you want a Supreme? Straight from Walmart down the street, you know what I mean? Like, they had all the hits. The Supreme, the meat lovers, 3 cheese, you know? And what I loved was you could get a carry-out DiGiorno that's frozen. You know? Who needs a grocery store? We got Andy's bar, dude. Anyway, that was a good time. So, yeah, the UP's something else. So when I'm driving to these stand-up shows, sometimes I'll lose service on my phone and I can't listen to Spotify, you know, which for a millennial like me is catastrophic. You know, what do we do, you know? Do we have a CD? No? Shit! And I'm like, I guess I'll just listen to the radio. Radio? What? I guess I'll just listen to the radio like the pioneers did, you know? And so I'll start scrolling through the channels, and you know, I never know what the hell any channel is when I turn the radio on, but wherever I am. So I just find something that sounds nice. So I'll tune, you know, and I'll find something big like, ooh, this guitar riff's sick, like, you're like, ooh, nice. The drums come in, you're like, ooh, this is getting good. And then the vocals come in and they're like, he is risen. I'm like, shit, you got me. Almost had a good track till you tried to save me, you know? My music needs a little more sin, you know what I mean? Anyway. All right, I'll end with this. My name's Gunnar. It's been an interesting time living with that name. People like to ask me weird questions like, do you like guns? And I like to answer it with, oh yeah. Wish I had one right now, you know. No. But I was thinking one day, if I had a son and I wanted to name him Gunnar Jr., that'd be pretty cool, you know. But if I had a daughter, I can't name her Gunnar, it's a girl's name. But if you're familiar with George Foreman, he had like 8 kids and he named them all George, right? But the girls, he named them like Georgina or Georgette or whatever. So I'm like, I can make this work. So you guys, I thought long and hard about this one, and I cannot wait until the day I get to hold my beautiful daughter, Gunnar in my arms. My name's Gunnar, thanks for having me.
Sara Kamyszek. Yep. Sara has no H on it, and you guys, it really matters together for 16 years. Thank you. Yeah, at this point, we've been together so long that like any plan B, that is just gone. Divorce, not really an option anymore. However, I would consider a sleep divorce. Has anybody heard of these? A sleep divorce? Okay, so sleep divorce is when a very happily married couple sleeps in separate beds in separate rooms. Doesn't that sound amazing? Oh, what I wouldn't give for a good night's rest without having to hear. My husband snores like a motherfucking freight train, okay? So I'm just saying, sleep divorce sounds pretty nice, especially considering the alternative, murder. You know, I don't always fantasize about killing my husband. And I always try and start, by kicking and rolling over the usuals, right? But then sometimes at 2 a.m., as I lie there awake, listening to the orchestra that is my husband and his strange voices, I start to think of all the different ways that I could kill him and get away with it. And I will just go ahead and brag here for a second because smothering him with the pillow's not even on the list. It turns out I am really creative. Yeah. In all seriousness, I'm not going to kill my husband. That sounds quite messy, and we have a very beautiful ceiling fan. Over the course of our marriage and raising our kids, I have learned a lot about myself. And one of the things that I've learned is I'm really dumb. I am by far the dumbest person who lives in our house, and I live with a 5 and 8-year-old. My husband is a software and controls engineer. Apparently that's impressive. I don't actually know. I don't know what he does. I just say thank you when he buys me things. And for those of you who are like, you shouldn't need a man to support you. I don't need a man to support me. I choose to have a man support me. I choose financial dependence. My youngest child, my son, he's about to start kindergarten. And he had to do this kindergarten screening, and he did so well on it that they wanted him to skip a grade. And as his mom, I was so disappointed. I was really hoping he'd be the dumb one of the two kids. I really just wanted somebody to hang out with, okay? Especially because my daughter's had her life planned since she was 3. She wants to be a marine biologist and save all the sea turtles. So not only is she super smart, but she cares and shit. Add in that she's gorgeous, and she's already every girl I've ever hated in my entire life. My kids are actually really incredible. I love being their mom. Being a mom is great. There is, however, one thing I really wish somebody would have warned me about before I became a parent, because nobody prepared me for how often I was going to get fucked by the tooth fairy. We parents all agree that there is a tooth fairy. That's it. Whoever was in charge of that meeting must have shown up with margaritas and tacos, because nothing else was decided. What does the tooth fairy look like? How does she get in? How much money does she leave? We don't fucking know. We're all just out here winging it, hoping that our kids never talk to each other. At least with Santa Claus, we all agreed, right? He's a fat man, he rides in a sleigh, he's got magic flying reindeer, comes down a chimney, leaves you shit in socks. It's insanity, but we agree. Not with the tooth fairy. No, that's left up for interpretation.
Okay, first off, I gotta say, Sarah, you do not have a shitty name. My parents named me after two places you sit. Yeah, two places you sit. Jon Cauchi. Could have called me toilet sofa. I even found out most of my life I was spelling my name wrong. I thought I spelled it Jon. Wasn't until later I saw a birth certificate and went, wait, why is there an H in here? Dad always told me to get the H out. But my name's one of those that substitute teachers like Chris would salivate over. They'd see that attendance sheet and be like, oh yeah. Mr. Cauchi! Is Mr. Cauchi here? Fuck, nobody ever forgot that shit. In college, I had a good friend who was from Saudi Arabia. And we'd go out to the bars, and one day I brought my buddy Nick with me. And every time Nick and Shocker would hear each other's name, they'd each start laughing. I'm like, guys, what's the joke? And Nick goes, hey Shocker, you know what your name means in English? For those of you who don't know, Google it, just not at work. I made that mistake. But Shocker goes, oh, that's gross. Do you know what your name means in Arabic? It means fuck. Nick was ecstatic. But my name means fuck, yeah! Hey, what's my name mean? John? It basically means dry. So not only am I toilet sofa, I'm dry coochie. So I've been doing stand-up for a little while. I've been married for a handful of years, and unfortunately it really sucks telling my wife, hey, I'm gonna go out and perform, because the response I get now is not, good luck or break a leg. It's, hey, that place is over by Meijer. Do you mind picking up tampons and kids' toothpaste on the way home? Fuck, my drunk ass is gonna have a hell of a time in Meijer. But I do have a child, and as a millennial dad, I've come to realize a child is just like a Pokemon. Yep. First, only I can understand what she says. She walks up to me like, Pika, Pikachu, Pika! Well, yes, I can make you oatmeal. Pikachu! Okay, I'll add strawberries, not a problem. Okay, I might just be insane, because she'll say the same thing to my wife, and she's like, oh, you need to go potty. I'm really terrified of potty training her right now. And I don't know what me and my wife are going to talk about when she's potty trained. For like the last 2 years, all of our conversations have been like, you changed the diaper today? Yeah, she pooped? Yeah, what was consistency? You know, I feel the more solid it is, the stinkier it is. Like, that's most of our conversations. You know, trust me, it is. You know, it's not true. I could say this is the most beautiful crowd I've ever seen, but that guy changes that really bad. I'm not that good of a liar. Well, I guess you guys want to know about my stick, right? I know Joe was outside eyeing him. I think he was trying to figure out how much he had to go to earn my vote. 56 inches, bud. I made a joke once about how big my stick was, and this lady came up to me after the show and goes, I don't know why guys feel they have to make jokes about how big their stick is. You know, women's cervix can only handle so much. Does this lady really think my dick is 56 inches? I'm 5'6". I got a 29-inch inseam. That thing's gonna be dragging out the bottom. Fuck. Morning wood is gonna spring-load me out of the bed. Who needs coffee? But you know the best part about it though? With a 56-inch dick, made a killing during the pandemic. First social distance prostitute. And with my vision, I don't even care who's at the other end. Just bend over and pay me when we're done. So, I'm what you call legally blind. Some of you may have heard that term before. Legally blind really means a standard of vision in your better eye with best correction. And that's what really pisses me off. Is people always come up to me and go, oh yeah, I'm legally blind too without my glasses. I'm like, you fucking prick. That's like walking up to to the homeless guy and going, hey man, I'm homeless too if it wasn't for my home. Being blind's really fun, especially being a blind dad. I made the mistake once of saying I was so excited to experience life through my child's eyes. That was a really fun CPS visit. Like, what are you planning on doing with your child's eyes? Not harvest them, I swear. People always make jokes when I talk about my eyes, going, but your eyes are so pretty. I'm like, yeah, they're like nipples on men, strictly decoration.